Hello, this is listening to Poke with my parents. I've got my mum back now because I felt like the podcast was flagging and it was in no way my own fault for never doing it. But my mum was the most popular one who had the most downloads around the world and the most views on YouTube. You had about 50 compared to 20 that everyone else had. So are you glad to be back?
Oh, I'm loving every minute.
Oh yeah, there's no need for sarcasm. How did it change your life being on it last time?
Well, I've been waiting for my royalties and they just haven't arrived, to be honest.
Unless I monetize the YouTube video, you won't get any royalties. And then the only way you're going to make any money is you get paid about $1 for every 1,000 views, and it's not on 1,000 views.
Oh, okay.
You've got that most amount of views, but it's not even on 1,000 because I checked last night.
So not even $1.
Not even $1, but you were very popular. I've just scrolled back through on the Facebook page for Listen to Poke with My Parents to have a look what people had said, and there's some reviews of your episode that said Matt Humphreys from Peterborough/Stamford says, "It's clear Jim's mum is a lovely woman who deserves unreserved pity for somehow birthing an ungrateful, overprivileged punk and therefore being partially responsible for creating possibly the worst band to ever grace my ears." That's a little bit harsh, I think.
That's very harsh.
Yeah, because obviously you love me because I'm your son.
Well, this is my baby. How could he say
exactly.
How could he say things like that about one of my babies?
I know. What, your best baby as well, obviously.
Well, the best male baby,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. The only male baby.
Well, yeah.
We've got Duco van der Veen, who's an international fan of yours, Mum, who said that your episode was entertaining and educational.
Yeah, very
educational. It was educational. I don't know. Oh, my phone's going now. I don't know about educational. We just learned what rimming was. Finley Nash said it was fried ASF, which think means fried as fuck, which I think is like young person lingo for we're really good. I don't really know.
I'll believe you.
And on the YouTube stream of your episode, someone called Bean Dipper said, he says he's from America. "Everyone knows Pizzatramp kicks ass. Now everyone knows how cool Jimmy's parents are. Love this shit, man. Cheers from the States." So you're global, man. You've got fans in Den Bosch in Holland and somewhere in the United States.
Perhaps it's someone I bumped into when I was in New York.
Maybe it was someone you bumped into. Well, you bumped into a Pizzatramp fan in Turkey, didn't you? You've seen Dad's Pizzatramps, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So we're all going global as a family unit. Right, so last time you was moaning, like, you ruined loads of bands' careers, basically, didn't you? Because you were pissing and moaning.
I did apologise.
Do you know that since then, you give Revenge of the Psychotronic Man 1 out of 10. They've now broken up. One of the most beloved bands, which is directly involved, gutted. My mum's gutted you broke up. Incisions, who you give a 2 out of 10, have now had to rejig their lineup and get a new guitarist. Because
they
of your
obviously
comments.
needed one.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So now you've just basically ruined 2 bands' career. The Domestics got a 4 and they're like flying.
Apologies to anybody whose career I'm about to ruin. Then.
Yeah, that's so I thought I'd go on the more acoustic. These are still all punk artists, but they've gone to the more acoustic end of the spectrum today, thinking you might like it. So I've given you paper and a pen for if you want to make notes like last time. Right, so this first artist...
I don't think I wrote anything down last time.
You wrote nice guitars. For the band that have now got a new guitarist. They were that pissed off that you wanted that you liked their instruments. They kicked him out and got a new guitarist. Yeah. Right, so this is a girl called Aoife Supertramp. She's from Bethesda in Wales, but now she lives in London. But you can dock points that she lives in London if you want.
Definitely, yeah, she should come back to Wales.
Right, I have to search them on my TV. So it's called I Could Be Free, which is basically about... being forced down, I think it's about being forced
out of Wales.
Being forced out of Wales, yeah. Being forced down roads you don't want to go to and hating the government, basically, there's not a problem with that. Here we go. You already made notes. I hasn't even started yet. Oh, you're noting her name. That's professional.
Well, I don't know what's most depressing. Working 9 to 5, just killing your mind or killing your time. Whoa, on the door. But one thing I do know is that we're not happy in our routines. And I know I'm still young. I'm probably yet to know everything. But tell me when the dreams and suck them to reality. Well, they tell me I should go to university, but have you felt the life, oh, the love in the air? And for this idea that is a career, well, I don't really care. They used to ask me, you grow up, what you want to be? I'd say I just wanna be happy, or if I'm lucky, well, I could be free. Seems like one minute you're young and the next thing you're old. 1 minute you're free, the next you're doing what you're told. And now I've got a path, the life I've got to choose. And though it seems to me, well, I'm only gonna lose. A year ago I had not a single worry. Now my life is spent in pursuit of money, and I just want a simple life where this shit just don't exist. But now I've got to choose, and oh my god, I'm fucking pissed. They used to ask me, you grow up, what you want to be? I'd say I just wanna be happy, or if I'm lucky, well, I could be free. Well, I could be free. I could be free. Well, I could be free. I could be free.
What about that, Mum?
I
That's
like
E for Super.
I like that.
Oh my god!
I like that. That was really
Oh my
good.
god! Mum likes the song.
I did. I
Oh, there we
liked. I
go.
loved
I
it.
should have just played you like acoustic punk last time. What
Yeah.
was the rate? What notes did you make?
Well, I said I think
Reggae?
it had a bit of a reggae beat to it,
Remember the reggae? Question mark.
and she reminds me a bit of Debbie Harry from back in the day.
What does she remind you of? David? She doesn't say
Well,
that.
it's
What
the
because?
hair, the hair, and
Yeah, but this the video. You just gone on the video again.
no,
'cause
but
you
I like the
forgot-
music as
Oh,
well.
all right, fair
so
enough.
I'm
Oh.
gonna give her 8 out of 10.
An 8 out of 10.
Yeah, and she loses 2 points because
Right.
one, she left Wales.
Right.
Who would leave Wales?
Who
Come
would
on.
leave well for London?
For London, no less, and for the bad language.
I knew as
Don't-
soon as she swore, I thought,
But,
oh no.
yeah.
So Aoife,
Sorry,
if you
Aoife.
still lived in Wales, you'd have just scored a
Get-
perfect 10.
And the bad language, cut it out, 10 out of 10.
Oh, here we
Perfect.
go. Well, there you go. There's some careers advice for you, Aoife. On a song about hating careers advice and people telling you what to do.
Yeah,
We like that.
don't pack it in like the others did.
No, oh, that's brilliant. Oh, I've taken my glasses off so I look a bit more punk rock and I can't read on there now. I'll do another song for you. I'm in shock. I got nothing to say now. Well, one, I didn't make
You
any
spoiled
notes.
it now,
'cause
so you wanted me not to like it.
Yeah, I know. I did. So, well, I have tried to make sure you like these a bit more. All right, so this is another acoustic one. Oh, I think it's got drums, this one, but it's still like. So he's called Billy Lyer. He's from Edinburgh. Well, he lives in Edinburgh. I think he's from Edinburgh, from Scotland, and he's fantastic as well. So this song's called "The Righteous and the Rats." It's got a lyric video. This one, so I know you're not
I'd be
watching
able
the
to
video,
sing
but
along.
you can sing along and read the lyrics and get in the punk spirit. Like, right, so
Dad
this is
would like this
Billy
one. That's
Lyer.
Dad's favourite film, Billy Liar.
Is it? Well, that might be where he got the name from. It also made it really fucking hard to find this song on YouTube amongst all of that, like.
Well, a man on a bar, an old form pub and a new town. I thought I recognized her, or at least I'd seen him around. He said, do you know any songs we all can sing?
Yeah, like
that's
that
Billy
too.
Liar there. Yeah, that's good. You like,
Yeah.
like that as well?
I like that as well.
No, we
Yeah.
found your niche.
God,
Found your
what a
niche.
better choice of music this time.
Oh, I thought,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry to Incision and whoever the other band was last
Incision.
time.
You don't even remember the name. It doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. What notes? Oh, you didn't make any notes. You haven't compared who he looks like.
No, but
You
I
haven't-
like that.
You haven't. Is that Was that a reggae song?
No, that wasn't a reggae
No,
song.
no.
No,
What? So what? What are we giving Billy Liar?
Should we give Billy Liar 8.5 out
Eight
of
and
10?
a half. He's beaten Ethan. Oh, Ethan. I bet you wish you didn't put that shit at the end of that.
I
mate.
bet you wish you stayed in Wales.
Oh, I bet you wish you stayed in Wales. Lost out because
Should
of
have
the
been on
location.
10 out of 10.
Oh, there we go. Well, but he's not from Wales. He's from Scotland.
No, but he still sounded good.
All right, fair enough. Oh, I was going to
Like
read
that.
my text message then. I sort of keep forgetting that we're like doing a podcast. Oh, that was it, right. So, you've written the scores then anyway. I haven't got to do it. Right, so I put on the I'm a bit gutted. We didn't get that many good ones. I wrote the other day. I blocked you two on Facebook. I was like, I'm doing another podcast for my mum. Is there anything you'd like me to ask? So we had a couple. We've got from Joe Wag. Was your... Oh, this is a good point, this is. You wouldn't believe the trouble you've caused by calling me Jamie. At a gig the other week, I had rash decision on stage in London in a Ram gig, repeatedly shouting Jamie at me. So now everyone started calling me Jamie Veal.
It is actually your name.
I know it's my name. In a cafe in Bournemouth, the others had all given their name as Jamie, so I know which food was mine. You've started it right off, mate. You've wrecked my reputation along with all them other bands now.
Well,
Pizzatramp going.
You're
next.
lucky you were nearly James.
I was nearly James. I know I've heard that. Yeah. And my name's only Jamie because I was named after Jamie Lee Curtis, who was a woman anyway. So he was like, "Oh, I'm not changing it to James."
I hope not.
That's what you told me.
Oh, that's never true.
What? No, Dad
no.
never told me that.
No.
Well, that's what I've always assumed.
Oh, your mum thinks I got the hots for
Right,
Jamie
yeah.
Curtis. She wouldn't have had any of that.
Jamie Doll. Well, that's what I thought I was named. And then I remember for years, and I've confirmed this with a Scottish friend of mine now, that you always said that Jamie was Hamish and Scottish, and I blindly believed this as a child. No, it's not that. And then when I was in Scotland, going, oh yeah, well, in Scotland, my name's Hamish. He's going, what are you on about? It's like Jamie in Scotland's Hamish, and no, he's fucking not. So Joe Wag said, was your young dearest Jamie a surprise?
No.
Dad's cackling.
No, well planned and much well wanted baby.
Oh God, you can say what you want on you. It's a bit late
No,
now
it's true.
to break my heart.
No, it's very true.
And the same person, Joe, was asked, do you think Pizzatramp have the potential to be the next status quo?
Probably not, to be fair.
No, not musically, drug taking wise, I reckon. What have we got here? I'm not asking that.
Chords of status quo.
Status quo only know 3 chords as well. Oh yeah, I know 2. It's a good point. And then we've got one off someone called Lily Veal saying, if you had to pick one of the 4 Veal kids to move to China for a year, who would you choose and why?
Oh, God. Well, I suppose I'd choose Lily Veal at the moment because she's living with us. So, if we want our house back, let's move her to China
for a year.
we
go. Yeah, I bet that's fair. Oh, there we go. So, Lily Veal, you're the one going to China for the year. It's like the Premier League footballers do, but they go over there for like $350,000 a week.
And it'd be a great holiday place to go and visit her.
Oh, yeah. What, China?
Oh, why not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with all their good human rights records and extreme communist policies. Oh, it's better over here.
Sorry, Lil, we've just moved you to China.
And now you've got one off your very intelligent son-in-law, the engineer Reese Willis, that said, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? And that is it. That is all the questions.
I can't even answer that one.
No, we did have one that got a message by someone called Sam that I know that said, what is the naughtiest thing I've ever done? What's the naughtiest thing I've ever done? Not you.
Oh, nearly set her house on fire, cooking at 3 o'clock in the morning, falling asleep pissed.
Yeah, well, I did.
And the first we felt or knew about it was
the
smoke
flames
coming under our door in our bedroom downstairs. So yeah, that was probably the naughtiest.
There's a Pizzatramp interview that we did in Manchester a week where I told this story, and Sam and Dan were looking at me like I was lying, going, well, how come you've never told us this story? I can't remember why I was telling it, but I was like saying a bit, Dad walking in going,
You made fish
fish
fingers and chips.
Fish fingers and chips, and he's like throwing burnt crusts on me on the bed. Like, yeah, I remember. But that's the naughty. What's the most punk rock thing you've ever done, then, Mum? Go on, you got like you act up now. Like
I
people-
know. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not into. But I'm not a punk rock person.
Well, not even that. What's the wildest thing you've ever done then?
Oh, I don't know.
I know one. This I don't know what the statute of limitations on making a law are. So this is a hypothetical one. That imagine that you had a son who was like 13, and the police had come to your house because they discovered
Okay.
that he got done for breaking and entering and criminal damage. So then he had to go to the police station with his mother, where they arrested him and then questioned him under caution while his mother was in the room. And the thing that the reason he'd been arrested was something that had happened at least a year before, because the police took that long to get to it. And his mother sat there and said, my son wasn't there on the day you're talking about. I remember the day well. The reason I can remember October the 13th, 1993 so well is that day I let him have 3 of his friends in to play Nintendo, not 2. And that was what you said in a police interview on tape. Hypothetically, isn't it? Can you remember this?
I've got a feeling that Dad went to the police station with you, not
No,
me.
no. Oh, so now you're trying to like,
I'm passing the
yes,
buck.
Dad's going to get arrested. No, Mum. It was you.
It was
and
me.
that is what you said.
Oh, there we are. See, I'm,
so
I'm
that's
just-
pretty punk
I'm
rock.
just-
You've lied.
I'm just innocent. That's why I don't
What's
like
they call that?
swearing and.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. You
So-
don't like swearing, but you don't mind lying to the police. And at that thing down the castle where they were going to arrest me, and you and Auntie Linda blocked the police off, going, "He's a good boy, really," with bottles of wine in your hand while I ran away. Remember that?
No, but I do remember Auntie Linda crawling around backstage with you on the stage.
Yeah, so basically what happened is there was a gig. We talked about this. The band playing were called Akira Dawn, who like Dan's mum was slagging off in the podcast. And I was determined I was getting on the stage, and they wouldn't let me backstage. So my godmother, man, I think she was like trying to chat up the security guard or something, and somehow snuck me through. And as I got on the stage and the security grabbed me in my fuck authority stage that I haven't grown out of, I tried to like kick a security guard or something. So they dragged me off, and the police got involved. And then my mum and auntie were very inebriated. Were you there, Dad? Do you know about this? I don't know if you were there. They're very inebriated and like shouting at the police, going, "He's a good boy, really." Well, I ran away, and I got away and didn't get caught ever. So you're not quite as innocent as you make out you are.
I am quite innocent. Somebody in the family had to stay well behaved and sensible.
Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, but it was not you, is what I'm saying. You've obstructed
It's
the
more or
police
less-
from
it's
carrying out
more
their
or
job
less me.
and
It's
lied to
more
the
or less
police.
me. Come on.
Yeah, all right. Imagine that a cop hears this now, and 10 years later they appear at your door. I'll lie
No,
for you.
if you were 13, it's going to be more than 10 years later. Don't
What are
lie
you
about
trying
your
to say?
age.
Yeah. What are you saying on? But if
You're
I'm only
definitely not 23.
if I'm only 23, you're only in your 40s. Think
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
true,
man.
true. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, definitely.
So I digress. I won't keep you because I think the camera battery right. So this song is by a man called Simon Wells, who used to be one of my heroes. He's in famous punk bands called Snuff and Southport, and this is a piano-led version of one of his songs from Southport called Optimism. But it used to be one of my heroes, but now like the roles have reversed. Now I'm one of his heroes.
Sorry, Simon, you've dropped down the pecking order.
Yeah, he's got it in the pattern order, and this is Simon Wells' song Optimism with Carol Hodge playing the piano on it. There's not even any guitar in this one, Mum. You can't see nice guitar.
Down on my luck again, down in the mouth again, I'm down in the dumps again. Can't see the sense in it, I won't hear the end of it, I know you're not listening. It's all gone wrong again, the same old song again, I'm losing the will to live. I'm up to me neck in it, can't see the point in it, and now you don't wanna know. You won't always be this way. 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 Gone for
to say no more. I'm done, but I want some more. Now that I've got the taste, my back's up against the wall. I know I'm heading for a fall. I'll take you for all you've got. The sun's in my eyes and the wind's in my face, and it's piercing down with rain. Can't get my breath and I can't find my feet, and now here it comes again. You won't always be this way. 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 Mr. Boat, I'm watching as it sails into the sunset. You say I'm way past caring, but then what you know about it? Today is just another in line of downs with no ups. Where'd you go? Optimism. Down on my luck again, down in the mouth again, I'm down in the dumps
Crap, he's not going to
again.
jump off the bridge, is he?
He's not going to jump off the bridge.
Can't see the sense in
The
it.
song's called Optimism. I think it's. I know it's a
He's
sad
losing
song
the will
about
to
depression. I
live.
know, but finding optimism when you're at your lowest
It's all
point.
gone wrong again, the same old song
Hope it's got a happy ending.
Yeah, it's got a happy ending. Oh yeah. Suddenly it goes
Mop
into a
to
major
the neck
key.
and he can't see
Into a major key and starts
now
smiling.
you
Yeah.
don't wanna know. You won't always be this way. You won't always be this way. You won't always be this way. You won't always be this way.
Well, I like that, but how depressing.
Oh,
Poor
God.
Simon. I hope his songs since then have been happier.
He's got some happier songs.
But I did like it. It was very good. I'm a bit worried about all the graffiti he's done all around. Is it Hastings?
Yeah, Hastings. Well, I think most of it's probably like put into the video. I don't think he's the
What
one
do
who
you think
spray
he-
painted Jesus on the wall either.
No sunset.
No,
And
I.
as
What?
he's saying it, he's going.
So what you're saying is that
I
you
think
now
he's a
don't.
graffiti artist.
After our previous discussion of you lying to get me out of getting done for criminal damage, you now no longer advocate it.
No, Simon
Oh.
shouldn't be doing
Well,
all
Simon,
that
if you get into
graffiti.
trouble, my mum will come and say, "Oh, I was with him on the steps that day,
I
saying
was
don't
watching that
jump,
video."
don't jump." I was watching that video. It wasn't Simon that wrote Jesus and don't jump on the wall. That's why
But
you're
I
giving
did
that-
like it. I liked the song.
You
And
liked it.
I
It's a
liked his voice.
wonderful
It's
song.
really nice voice.
He's very good, isn't he?
Yeah.
And so what are you giving that?
I'm going to give him 9 out of 10 because I want him to be
A
happy.
9.
I want him to be
Simon Wells
happy.
is winning. Oh, you want him to be happy.
And
Oh,
I
there we
like
go.
the song as well. No swearing. He wasn't from Wales, but that's not his
No,
fault.
he's not from Wales. I asked him to come play in Wales, but I don't think he's going to. I think
But yeah, I did. I liked his nice voice.
he's wonderful, isn't he?
Very nice.
I watched him play before, and he got 3 kids, and he brought his kids with him. They sat on the side of the stage. It was brilliant. Right, so here's one more song I've got on here. I was going to make you do it, but because I forgot that Dad would be in here. I've found a relationship test I was going to get you to do to see how much you know about Dad. Right, but Dad is sat literally.
Mr. and Mrs.
Like, yeah, Dad is literally sat in here. So, hang on, I have to lend you a pen because I have to make a note of what your score is. I don't know what you get at the end. Right, so you got 21 questions to test how well you really know your partner. From childhood nicknames and stinging disappointments to least favourite smells. You are fucked, man. Here we go. So you go. This
Will
is
we
to
argue
gauge
after
it.
this?
These questions are designed for people who have been together for several years or more. So how many years have you been together?
We've been married for 38, so
38. Oh, there you
and
go.
together since we were 13.
All right, here we go then. So we've got. So you after Mum answers it, Dad. You have to, and you can't just like help her out and tell her the truth.
Alright.
So we've got. What's your partner's least favourite body part? I reckon I even know this one.
His least favourite body part. I don't know. His spot on his back.
Is that right?
Are you on about me?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
who
well,
do
I've
you
only
think?
got one partner.
What other relationships you on
And
about?
when I thought you were asking me, no, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, it's no big deal. A birthmark.
But that's
Okay.
your least favourite mark.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
When he
Oh,
was
all right.
handsome as me, like.
That's one. All right. When your partner was a child, oh, I'd stop saying partner. When Dad was a child, what did they want to be when they grew up?
I know he didn't want to be a train driver.
He didn't want to be a train driver. That doesn't get you any points for.
No. What did he want to be when he grew up? I have no idea.
Right, that's a zero. Not getting it.
Sorry.
What did you want to be when you grew up, Dad?
A rock star.
A rock star.
Oh, I
fucking
should have
straight
known
up. I
that.
knew that as well because I thought the first one would be your bad foot luck. I reckon I'm winning the relationship test better than that.
You aren't going to live with him.
No, it's true. Name a country Dad would love to visit.
Let me think. Where would he like to go? Probably. He'd probably like to go to America and do the Route 66 thing.
Would you like to do that, Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, there you go. That's two. Yeah, that was easy because you just named any country Dad would like to go to. And you live near Swansea, so it'd be anywhere else, wouldn't it? Did Dad have a nickname as a child?
Oh yeah, his sisters called him. Oh my God, what was it? Onion Pants.
Onion Pants.
Only when I was a baby.
And then it says, bonus point, did they like the nickname? Did you like being called Onion Pants?
Even know.
All right, that's three. You got it. You're on there. What disappointment or rejection from Dad's past still stings him to this day?
Rejection from his past. Probably that he's not a rock star.
Yeah, is that fair? Is that fair point, Dad? Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, because Dad is still recording classics like Red Island now, so we know that. What of Dad's achievements are they most proud of?
Red Island.
Is that right? It's got to be. I'm not even asking you. You're having a mark for that. What is Dad's?
I need the points.
What is? Yeah, you do. What is Dad's least favourite housework task?
Probably ironing.
That'd be right. Yeah. You don't have to iron. You do know that this is a myth, and you just don't iron, and then the creases go.
No, I don't
How can
iron,
you
but Dad
understand
really
this?
wouldn't want to iron.
Oh, right. Yeah, but you don't ever have to iron. I haven't ironed anything. I was when I moved out about 20. I haven't ironed anything since then, and I don't go that bad.
I don't know.
What outside of their career? Oh, we won't do that because Dad hasn't got a career. He's retired. What is Dad's favourite smell?
Beer.
Is that fair enough, Dad?
Yeah,
That's fair enough. I think you're really good at this, man. Well, you're really good at getting round it. Dad wasn't here, and then I asked him afterwards. You'd be on zero still, weren't you? What? I'll skip these fucking loads of these. Oh yeah, but I have to know the score at the end. What is Dad's favourite flavour of ice cream?
Probably vanilla.
No.
Oh no, what is it, Dad?
Rum and
Rum and raisin.
Oh
I knew
God,
that.
I forgot.
I know Dad better than you. I should have done the relationship test.
You should live with him
Rubbish.
then.
I should have lived with
I'll
him.
move in the flat. You move in with
yeah,
Dad.
that's right. Of all the ways there are to die, which does Dad fear the most?
Paragliding.
Is that-
Dying from paragliding.
no, you're having -1 for that because you're forcing your answers on Dad. I thought it'd be him in the hallway outside the flat a minute ago trying to fix something that's nothing to do with my flat. Just because this is the problem now, is that my dad's retired. He can't help him. He walked in my flat, went, right, I've got to fix something, and he's got a big box. Tries to fix my fireplace because he thinks it's dangerous for my kids. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. So then because I said no to that, he goes out in the hallway and is balanced over the staircase, precariously trying to fix a light, even though it's not our light to fix. Someone else's responsibility.
And it's been broken for about 3 years.
And it's been broken for 3 years, but my dad decided he's going to fix it. Fuck me, we've been doing this quiz that long, it's locked my phone. So you have -1 for that. What type of music does Dad secretly like?
Secretly like.
Secretly like.
Classical.
Do you, yeah?
Yeah,
All right, fair enough. I don't know why that's a secret. What does Dad typically look forward to doing most on the weekend? He retires. Like, what does you like? Like doing
Drinking.
Drinking.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Who is someone your partner considers to be a mentor or has been a strong positive influence on their professional development?
Oh, God knows. I can't even answer
No,
that
that's
one.
shit. Dad can't even answer that one.
Where
Oh.
are these questions from?
He
This
made
is a
them up earlier.
I haven't made them up. This is on a website called
Right.
Psychology Today. This is by a psychologist.
Right.
Oh shit! I've crashed it now. I've done that. Okay. I think we're nearly done anyway. How did Dad spend their summers as a child?
I don't know because I didn't know him as a
We'll have
child.
that. Fair enough. What are Dad's favourite and least favourite aspects of their work? He's retired. I should have. I
Doing
didn't
nothing.
read.
Doing nothing the same as me.
I'll give you a point. I didn't read this before I'd done it. I just Googled it. Because the first one I'd done was getting into stuff about sex, and I was like, my mum and dad don't have sex, so there's no point in doing it. Does your partner consider themselves more like their mother or father in terms of personality?
Like his dad, I think.
Like his dad? We having that, Dad? Yeah. What purchase is Dad currently considering? He hasn't fucking told you, so there's no point in even answering.
No, because he'd know it. He was in a guitar shop yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Tuesday. Looking at very expensive guitars. But, we got out of there pretty quick.
Oh, there we go. I've counted your points up. Oh, you're lucky. You had 10 points, and you were in if you scored 10 to 15 points, you know your partner pretty well. Then you've got to ask yourselves, in what categories do you know them less well? Maybe the two of you haven't talked much about your childhood experiences, or you've shied away from talking about topics related to negative emotions. Aim to learn the answers now.
We'll talk about them later.
If you'd have had one less point, and I gave you some points I shouldn't have, because you said beer and drinking 3 times, you would have scored 5 to 9, and it would have said, maybe you've only been together a short time, maybe you don't talk to each other much, or maybe your conversations tend to be of a particular type.
Booze.
Yeah, booze. Yeah. Example, you're in the same profession and mainly talk about work. Yeah.
We both drink wine and beer.
So your relationship test has turned into a Alcoholics Anonymous test. Sorry, that was a lot longer than I anticipated.
Are you sending that off to Alcoholics Anonymous?
Oh, fucking right I am. Right. Oh, and there's one more song. Oh, it's not a video for this, right? Loads of people, not from round here, send songs to the Listening to Punk with My Parents page. And I get agents from America sending me I've forgot her name, a faded rock star. It's not her, but someone from Pembroke Dock has sent a song in, and because it was acoustic, as it'll do. It's called Die Young, but it's spelled D-A-I. Die Young. I can't remember what the song's called, but this is I think they call it anarcho crust punk or something. Basically, what it is people who can't play acoustic guitars very well and can't sing, who just shout, right?
So do they want my honest opinion on this?
You can give your honest opinion. Yeah, well, I've done it because it was acoustic. I was like, fuck him, I don't know. I mean, you say what you want. Right. Music. Hang on, I got to work out. I don't know what the song's called. I got no idea. Oh, there's what the song's called. A Letter to My Younger Self. Here you go. This is your last song.
Nice bit of guitar in.
Nice bit of guitar in. Oh, you're starting well, Die.
When I was younger, always wondered what I'd be. Picturing an office and a desk.
Doesn't sing as good as Simon.
No.
Nodding yes and smiling in a watch and a tie. Barely 2 years after that, I'd rather fucking die. Worrying about cash flow, how to pay the rent. Scabbing drinks off all my friends, cause all my money's spent. 0 hours agencies, drifting place to place. Only way to get out is get it off my face. What I found, it's not me.
That was Die Young. Oh, shit. That was Die Young. What was it called? That's not it. A Letter to My Younger Self. What do we think about Die Young?
Brilliant guitarist.
Oh, shit. What have I done? Hang on. God, there's some glitch in the matrix. Brilliant guitarist.
Brilliant guitarist, but maybe you should think about joining a band and finding a singer.
Oh no!
Sorry,
Die.
Di.
So
Sorry,
we're not
Di.
a fan of Die Young.
Not really, no.
Where did I
Not
say
really.
he's from? Pembroke Dock.
Yeah, no, you get marks for being Welsh and from
Right.
Pembroke
What's
Dock.
his rating out of 10?
Guitaring, I think only 5, Di. Find
5
yourself a
out of
singer,
10.
join a band, and you'll get 10 out of 10.
So the winner, who was that? So Simon Wells was Mum's winner
well done,
today.
Simon.
But unfortunately for you, after doing your relationship test on Dad, you didn't even recognise that the last song was your own son, and he should join a band and get a new singer. And the song that you just listened to was me, right? That I've recorded for a compilation album coming in a couple of weeks. So I purposely put it in, hoping full well you'd give me the least amount of marks. And that's exactly what you did. A song about my upbringing and growing up, and my own mother hated it. So
Sorry.
thanks a lot, Mum.
Sorry, James.
Thanks for appearing today.
Sorry, not James. Sorry.
And it's something, well, we'll do it after.
Sorry, Hamish.
We'll end the podcast because I don't know if it'll work yet anyway. But you watched the podcast I did with my other mum, Fizzy, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now, in that podcast, we did a rap song called "It's a Family Thing," right? So I've got it. I've put it on there, but I've taken the lyrics off it. So after we've done this now, I've written some rap lyrics for you. So you've only got to record it with a drum, but you don't have to worry. I'm going to edit in afterwards. So me and you are going to do a version of that rap song. Are you in agreement with that?
Well, possibly. We need to keep an eye on the time.
We need to keep an eye on the time because Dad started doing DIY when we got here, didn't he?
Oh,
Right.
yeah, of course you
So
did.
thanks. So it's all right. We'll finish it next. It might fuck up, so it might be on it. So thanks, Mum, for doing another podcast with me.
That's right.
It was lots of fun. Bye, Mum.
Bye.
Fancy not knowing that was
Fancy
you.
not
That's
knowing
right.
that.
I would never have known that was you, Jay.
Good guitaring though.